Here's just a little Slayer exciter with a ferrite tuning rod in there from a radio. It's a little bigger. I basically made this after being inspired by Johnny Daro's small, I guess it was 2 centimeter tower, but it was too hard for me to fit as many windings as I wanted on that short of a size. So this is about a good size, I figure. But that's all it is. 2N4401. I've got a resistor of unknown value on there. Can't really tell those colors down there right at the moment. Looks like gold, orange, blue, or blue green. Can't really tell. But that's really just there to keep the oscillation going, because it'll run without that resistor as long as you start it up. The presence of that resistor keeps it running in about the same range. Right now I've got it on a AAA battery. I've got a 2-turn primary on there. As you can see, it's about halfway up. I can't tune the rod and the primary in any position towards the lower end of the tower and get it to work well enough to light up a neon. The voltage is not high enough. I also have the indicator light on here is joule uses, which is basically just an LED with polarity on your base and emitter. It doesn't really change the circuit, I've noticed, but this will draw about 60 milliamps. And see if I can, there you go. So that's what the circuit on. 3-volt LED is pretty bright. And see if I can light a couple things up. Now the field is not very strong. You can see I can just barely, let's light off. I can just barely light just 1 watt right here. The lights are kind of little decent, but the field is not very strong, which is what I would expect from about 60 milliamps. But I will light it. Light this little 4 watt a little bit also. And I believe it'll just barely light. Big tube right here. You can see. So, but it's decent from 1.5 volts. So it'll last a while. And it's kind of a little cool toy, I guess. But kind of a rule of thumb is your high voltage is going to be this pole that is coming from your primary up to the open end of your tower. Anything below the primary pretty much is the opposite polarity, is just not going to have a whole lot of voltage. So depending on where you put your primary along the tower is going to affect your field. It's also going to affect the tuning of the circuit. For example, if I move this down maybe towards the bottom down here, go ahead and do that, then it no longer wants to light any fluorescent. Now if I take it and move it back up towards the middle, now I can get it to light again. And it's just an example of how sometimes you might need to tune it properly. Yeah, that's it. No capacitors or anything like that. Battery holder's a little too small in there, but I like to just take this little thing, just kind of set it up like that, let it sit there and run, and probably works better with some LEDs, wireless LEDs, but it actually does work. It's fairly simple, and I guess like Johnny Davo pointed out, the key here, very fine wire on your tower. About 2 turns does a good job. And that's it.